there were always attacks or things like that in the main cities. Sometimes you can just be in a road and you can see an ambulance, but somehow this ambulance turns into special Israeli forces sneaking into your city, which, once again, as we said earlier, that is a war crime. That is against the Geneva Convention to disguise military forces inside of an ambulance. But somehow this ambulance turns into special Israeli forces sneaking into your city, kidnapping someone or assassinating someone. So it's like terrible. It's terrible, actually. The oral folktale that Dreams on a Pillow is based on is widely known in Palestine. I knew it from a young age. People usually use it to show how the Nakba was a terrible event. There are many stories about the Nakba in Palestine, but I think this story by itself captured the emotions that I want. It shows actually the suffering of the Palestinian, both the physical suffering and the emotional suffering from what happened to them in 1948. Dreams on a Pillow's young mother has fled her home after the murder of her husband, accidentally grabbing a pillow instead of her child. The pillow remains a source of comfort, but she won't be able to interact as freely with the world until she puts it down. Abu Ide says he wants to make sure the game offers a complete harmony between his story and its gameplay, rather than having these elements pull in opposite directions. Merging them was essential. The pillow itself is the secure object. When she holds the pillow, she's somehow safe in her mind, but still the environment around her is very dangerous. When she puts the pillow down to solve a puzzle, to move something, she will lose that security. She'll start seeing the nightmares around her. It's the emotional aspect of the Nakba itself, he continues, which shows not only the normal danger that Palestinians have, but also the psychological impact of losing their dream. The Palestinian did not only lose their homes and their land, but they also lost everything. They lost their memories, their history, and their future. Abu Ide just got into game design through studying computer engineering, which turned into a job until like 2010, when there's a huge trend for mobile apps, the expansion of the App Store and Google Play, things like that. There was the new platforms you can actually use to make games. I started playing with these things and discovered that I love making games. From there, I was inspired to read and study more and about not only game development, but also game design. He says he loves games like Limbo, The Walking Dead, Shadow of the Colossus, and The Last of Us, games with a heavy story. Apple's App Store would later play a much different role in Abu Ide's journey as a designer. In 2016, they rejected Layla and the Shadows of War from their games category. Public backlash followed, and the App Store reversed their decision.